Hey guys, welcome. Welcome. I'll be right back. Well, I gotta plug you in. I gotta take my vitamins. Did you hear that knee crack? Did you hear that knee crack? Sheldon's like, Ma, I'm awake. Where's your bowl? Where's your bowl, buddy? I know. Mama loves you. What is that? Good morning. You're filthy. You want to make a debut? Look at him. He just walked through his water bowl. He just walked into your water bowl. He's getting so big, guys. He's getting so big. I don't know what his bowl is. What did you do with your bowl? For realsies, Sheldon. I feel like I'm dealing with a toddler. Where? Let me get this situated. I want to go through. Where's your bowl? Is this real life? That's not it. Sheldon, where did Caden feed you yesterday? He said he fed you. Did it get dragged under your tunnel? Ah, he dragged it under your tunnel. That's weird. Good morning. I need like 2 minutes. You know me. How many times I'm like, I'm going to wait until I'm sitting. And then that never happens. It's not that again. All right, buddy. Where's your water? You know what's throwing me off too? Glasses. I got new glasses. And I think they're a wee bit stronger. All right, vitamins, medicine. I always feel like this says N40, but it says MPG. 40 mg. I'm pretty sure. Where's my other one? I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be taking that anymore. Aren't you supposed to only be taking? That's not medicine for the last time I said gout. It's not gout. It's gastro. I don't know. And I never got indigestion. But remember, I lucked out because of the hernia I had that I couldn't feel it. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure like you're only supposed to stay on that for 3-6 months. I don't know. I know some people stay on it for a long time. Maybe I'll put a phone call in and find out. Okay. So I'm going to bring both glasses just in case my eyes don't adjust. Okay. Maximilian. Always snagging my seat. Good morning. No, it's not GERD. It's you think I would know. You for realsy gonna come up here? No one to see a little bum hole. Why can't I remember? Good morning. Okay, Max, I love you so much. Mingia. I don't know. I know. I know it's not good. I can't do the new glasses yet. They are a wee bit stronger. Oh my goodness! There's not even a spot for you. You're gonna try to sit your little bum right there, right? Go ahead. Temporarily. I can't wait to plant those today. And I want to say they're in a corner because one of them's poisonous, but he doesn't ever go up there, so I'm not super worried about it. I feel like I couldn't even open my eyes. I did not want to stop it. It was hard to get up this morning. Happy belated. Oh, my sweatshirt. I love tie-dye. My sister, you know her, she, IBS. No, that's not it either. I don't know how I forget the name of it. I don't know. It's getting ready, Sheldon. Oh, here we go again. This. I had a wicked hard time getting up this morning. Oh, so my sister, she brings the kids to school every Monday. It's her thing. And and I didn't have work today. And I don't even think I went to bed that late. I think 10:30 maybe. I was like, all right, I need to go to bed, And I think when I got up, when they left, they're like, bye. Which typically doesn't happen either. I think I went to the bathroom with my eyes shut. Oh, maybe you go back to bed. But then I was like, no, I got way too much to do today. So I was like, don't be lazy. I had a dream about pancakes last night. And I love pancakes. So they're sitting on my bed. I went and got my coffee and I went to McDonald's to get pancakes. I'm like, okay, I remember them being decent. I took a bite and I chewed it and I spit it out. I couldn't even swallow the bite. So I don't know what that was all about. I had crazy dreams last night. Now that I think about it. Violent dreams, though. Not hands-on violent, but violent. I'm just staring at my pancakes that I am it's 8:37 here. Yeah, and then I laid back down. I was like, oh, I gotta get up. But I struggled. I always usually open my eyes before I get out of bed and turn my light on. It was weird. Yeah, I know I dreamt of pancakes last night. It was the strangest thing. Like, I woke up with pancakes on my mind. And, like, those aren't even, like, real pancakes. It's a McDonald's pancakes. So I'm assuming it's probably it's frozen. So I don't know what that. And I literally took a bite and I spit it out. I mean, I couldn't even chew it, and it wasn't because of the texture. I was like, what is happening? Stick to your coffee, Colette. Stick to your coffee. You don't need to wake up and start eating fucking pancakes. So I don't know what that was about. Although I'm not gonna lie, nice fresh Maine blueberry pancakes, but I like the wild blueberries with my pancakes, not the farm grown ones. The wild ones are like a tiny bit smaller and they're tart. They mesh well with pancakes. I just thought to myself all the things I didn't do this morning, which is strange. I didn't put deodorant on yet. That might bother me. I might have to do that. That's weird. So how many people woke up today and didn't do the normal things you would typically do? And I would never go to McDonald's and get fucking pancakes. Like, guys, look at. Like, I'm not shitting you. Like, I don't wake up and say, yeah, I'm going to go to McDonald's and get pancakes. I didn't put my deodorant on. I brushed my teeth. That came out funny. Ass backwards. I don't fucking know. My jacket was in the car from the night before. I'm like, what is happening? I went out to the car without my key. I don't know who else. Who else? I saw 2 videos come up, right? One 4 years ago, Taurus, and 2 years ago. My old videos. I laugh at my old videos. I'm like, I don't want to watch them. But I never go back and really watch my videos. Hey, no, none of that. I love you, though. You want to get out? Let's just get you out. And I got to feed Sheldon. Okay. I can't wait to pot my plants. Oh, that song's coming to me. Oh, I don't know it. I'll be. Dun, 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 dun. I want to say it's Justin Bieber. I do not know Justin Bieber personally. I don't really know Justin Bieber music at all, except for like when the kids were like into Justin Bieber. But here you go, Bubba. Come here, Bubba. Oh, there you go. Num nums right there. Oh, I'll be dun 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 dun. That's you guys' song. Come on, you guys are really good at this. You guys are really good at deciphering chords. Shit. Someone's gotta. I'll be dun 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 dun. Who is it? I want to say it's Justin Bieber. I want to say it's the Beeb. Is that what they call him? The Beeb. I hope he gets back with Selena. I don't follow shit like that. But I like them two together. I did, thank you. I'll be dun 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 dun. LOL. I'll be your crying shoulder dress. It's with trappings of love. I don't know his music either. Him and Baldwin's niece broke up. He broke up with his wife? No way. Is there some hope? Did he really break up with her? I don't like them. And I don't really know her. I'm acting like I'm following Justin Bieber and this chick. But once in a while, I'm on YouTube, right? For some reason, that shit always pops up. Not the Biebs. I can't recall the singers. Okay. So it's kind of like his music, right? Just when you thought she was pregnant again. Oh, she had a miscarriage? That's sad. Anywho, I just don't like when I think I've only saw like a couple like little clips. I just don't feel like they click. And I don't pick up vibes off like singers or celebrities like that. Like I really don't. I really don't. Wasn't he a Disney star? Isn't that how they met? Was he a Disney kid? Remember Kids Incorporated? Yeah, he's married to some chick, and I don't think they're that happy. From like what I've seen. Like this jealousy. You know what I mean? I think like right when he broke up with Selena, they got together. Cause she went through that like mental thing. I remember seeing like little clips at the hospital. Yeah, see that's strange. I wonder why I saw my phone like that too. I think you know how Facebook has in YouTube it's like a you can scroll up, it's like TikTok. Um there were so many memes with so many little tiny clips with Justin, Selena, and then like throughout the years, it was like an hour long off and on. Like I actually sat and watched it and how they write music for each other and how that song's interpreted. And I'm like, holy shit, you guys are doing this blatantly in front of fucking people's faces. So I could see why that story didn't work out, whether they get back together, Selena and I almost said Gomez, but yes, that's who it is. But and Justin Bieber get together. I can't believe this is a fucking topic right now. This is blowing my mind. See, when I tell you I didn't wake up the right way, I didn't wake up the right way because right now we're talking about Selena and Bieber, and it should be more of like Johnny Depp and the girlfriend, ex-wife. Right? Fucking weird. Weird. I'll be dun, 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 dun. That's you guys' song. You want to know how crazy this is gonna be? I'm gonna Google that shit, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck, Court?" I'll be dun 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 dun. Tomorrow I'll be done is what popped up by the Pee-wees. So I think it's like I don't know. Now I'm thinking of Albies. Isn't that an Albies? When me and my family used to drive to Minnesota, I think she would get excited when she saw an Albies. Okay, we're reminiscing. It's Justin Bieber's Stay. I'll be dun 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 dun. It is Justin Bieber. I thought that said Justin Timberlake. Stay. Justin Bieber Stay lyrics. Dun 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 dun. I'll do the same thing. I told you I never would. Yep, this is it. I knew somebody would know it. I freaking knew it. Oh. You know what I just felt like? Like 1950s on stage where all the girls are like, ah. Fucking love that era. I'd be all over those little fuckers. I'll be fucked up. I'll do the same thing that I told you that I never would. I told you I'd change when I know I never could. So is this another back and forth song to Selena and Aldi is a store. Albies. I think there's an Albies. Guys, I remember that traveling to Minnesota. Albies. Food? No, I don't want to do it like that. Albies. It's like a Wendy's or something. Albies. Burgers? Albies burger menu. Told you. Wow, that was stingy, right? And that's not even stingy. That was fucking weird. Albies, fresh burgers, crab cakes. So it must be maybe a southern thing. We got crab cakes there. Classic California. Closest one to me is Pennsylvania. No, it's Albies. Oh, maybe it is Arby's, but there's an Albies. Arby's? Maybe that's it. I think that's it. Albies. Albies. It talks about the same burger. Once again, closest one to me is Pennsylvania. How funny is that? It's like knew what I was talking about. So I don't know if you're traveling, taking a road trip, something about Pennsylvania, Houston. I don't know. All I know is that my mom used to get excited. And she's like, we're going to stop at Albies. And it's like, really? I ain't shitting you. Try going cross country in the car for like 4 fucking days with a nana, my sister, dogs. I mean, we used to travel in a van that we didn't have to buckle up. And we listened to our freaking Walkmans. Oh my gosh. You know how many times we did that? A few times. We'd be gone for like a month too. It would take us a good week to get to Minnesota. And then we'd stay at like, my mom's one of 10. So we'd stay at all the cabins and the lakes and oh my gosh. But good memories. For sure. And one of my aunts is coming down this summer. So that's exciting. Because last time one of my aunts came down is when I got married. Hey, buddy. Yeah, it wasn't that much fun. Because she was listening, I think I said this before, she was listening to, she wasn't even supposed to be listening to it. It was the new tape. It was Dr. Dre. I don't know. It wasn't Dr. Dre. It was somebody, they sing Dope Man, Dope Man. Easy-E. I think it was like real potty mouth. And she wouldn't let me listen. And I don't even remember what I was listening to. I was probably listening to like a Dirty Dancing soundtrack or like a Pretty Woman soundtrack. You know? She was over there fucking jamming out to Eazy-E. It was so unfair. So unfair. It wasn't cool. Did I just tell you how much I love my little cactus? Yeah, it's a thing. I'm staring at my fucking pancakes. Who answered that question for me? Who else woke up out of routine? Pretty woman walking down the street, pretty woman. My ultimate favorite movie is The Parent Trap. with Haley Mills. And I have 3 contestants. I have Pretty Woman and Dirty Dancing. I watched that shit on repeat to the point where my mom had to buy the tapes because I wore the tapes out. Me and my girlfriends used to sit in the basement and do the little dance. Yeah. I remember these days. I do. I was a crazy kid. We were talking about this last night when I was at my sister's too. I love bugs so much. We were telling the kids stories because my kids were like, I remember when you'd go to the Saco or camping, you and Dad, and you would leave us with Grandma and Grandpa, and they make us sit at the table for like an hour and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, and now my kids are like, now I understand why you go out of your way and you make so many different things, because I'd rather my kids ate. That's the one thing I always said I wouldn't parent like my parent. That was like the only thing where I was like, I'll never make my kids do that. So I used to hide food like around the plate as if they wouldn't see it when they picked it up. I used to hide it in plants. They used to make me shake out my napkin. And we were all sitting here like dying laughing. And my kids just like love these stories. But the things I did, but I would have rather just like go to bed hungry, Court, No. You're just gonna fucking sit at the table for 3 hours and fucking cry. That's how it was. My dad was super, super strict. He actually put me over his leg and spanked me. And then I got older and that stopped. But like super strict. Super duper duper strict. I telling the kids, like, I loved bugs. Like, we'd come home from camping and I had like a whole Pringles full of like salamanders because they're like, you can't take the salamanders home. I'm like, no, fuck this. I grew up in Lawrence, guys. We don't have salamanders. So I remember taking a whole thing of Pringles things home. I put them under my pillow. Woke up the next day. My mother had a fucking heart attack. She's like, what are we going to do with these things? We can't put them outside. Oh my gosh. Kids love those stories. It was funny because Ben was telling me his mom used to tape his hand to his fork until he ate his vegetables. I was like, don't worry, Ben. I'm fucking right there with you, dude. I sat at the table crying for 3 hours. Finally, my parents like, fuck this shit. Finally, they got smart and started putting the dogs away. I used to hide food under the rugs. I was that person. I was so, so picky. I don't even remember what I liked. I think I just always wanted peanut butter and jelly. I was so picky. So, and then I was telling them the story when I tried to save the pigeon when my dad, it couldn't fly and my dad wouldn't let me take it in the house. He was a school teacher. So, he had the summers off. He would babysit us. And my mom worked at Continental Cablevision, I remember, because we used to meet so many people. But he wouldn't let me help the pigeon. So me and my friend Katie grabbed the pigeon, put it in a shoebox, and it stayed in my closet for a couple days until it could heal. And then I think my mom and my dad came across and was like, you fucking take that thing outside. Fucking thing is full of fucking germs. Are you fucking kidding me? It's a pigeon. We live in Lawrence. Like, what the fuck, Courtney? Oh my God. Fucking good old times. All right. So today is definitely a day of reminiscing. So I remember letting the pigeon go. I didn't have a choice. I was like, buddy, you need to fly. Like, you need to fly. Like, I don't know what my dad's going to do with you. You need to fly away. I think he flew away. Thank God. But like with our bunnies and shit and certain, like my dad, shot him. But not to be an asshole, he was sick, right? It was like the humane thing to do. But so my mom got us all in the van and drove away. I remember hearing the shotgun. I'm like, yeah, thanks, Dad. You couldn't have fucking waited until we got around the fucking neighborhood for you to shoot off your fucking shotgun or whatever gun you used to put poor Cricket to sleep. Yeah. So I think about that shit and I'm like, what the fuck? And this is how I grew up. Camping was the best. Me and Lori, all of us, Mitch, my sister, it was just don't go near the water. Come back at dark. And I look at all the pictures of like them partying when they were younger. And I'm like, yeah, now I know why, like, we just did our thing. I grew up though awesome. Like I grew up around music, door was always open, friends were always here. My dad was in a band. Like I'm not gonna complain. Walking through the door, music blaring, like so it wasn't awful. Yeah. I don't think he shot anything else. But he did it like in a humane way. But like it's just crazy to know that some people have it in them like that. Like if he was to come across like a hurt deer in the woods or any hurt animal knowing he's not going to make it, he would put it down, you know? I would do the same thing. But I mean, were they trying to save money? I don't even understand. Like, cause I think my mom argued with him on that one, you know? And I mean, it couldn't have been much to put down a 3-pound fucking animal, you know? I think they argued about that one, but my dad clearly won that argument. It's like, what the fuck? And then we moved to New Hampshire when I was like 11. That was a hard transition. I was rocking crisscross and my classmates were rocking fucking boat shoes and pegged pants. It was a fucking adjustment, guys. That's for sure. They straight up moved me out of the ghetto to like East Bumfuck, one of the richest towns in fucking New Hampshire. So that was a lot. It was a lot as a fucking child. Everyone listen. Remember I told you about the school dance? I brought my friends from Lawrence. Oh man. Horrified everybody. Dance circles around them in middle school. Because I still couldn't make adjustments. Like I struggled. Like I had friends, but like I struggled. You know, there wasn't like, I don't think there was even like Hispanic, Black, Asian. Like I ain't shitting you. Whole bunch of white kids. Oh, it was tough, guys. It was tough. And that was the first time I looked at myself as like a minority. I ain't shitting you. Like that's the first time I was like, it was like a culture shock. Like, wow, like, you know? And we only moved out of Lawrence because it got rough. My dad grew up there in the projects when it was like real nice, you know? Go outside, hang clothes. I remember like as a kid, like hanging out, going to my Nana's. It wasn't like trashy. It wasn't like that. And then it got rougher and rougher and rougher. And they're like, we're out. And they were fucking out. They weren't fucking playing. So, and we always had my friend Lori and Mitch, Janice and Big Mitch. Janice remarried. They're still all friends. In apartments upstairs from us. Because Big Mitch and my dad both came from Vermont. And that's when they met, all that. But before, Mitch was married to someone else before Janice. Anywho, so when they moved here, they ended, like a year later, they moved to the same town we did. So me and Lori had each other. But even Laura, it was a culture shock. We were like, what? And I was like, yeah, I fucking told you. I fucking told you. It didn't last long, mind you. High school, I went to high school in Mass because he was a teacher at a Voc school. So I only spent like a few years with the people around here. I mean, they're still all great. Like There's nothing wrong with them. It was just a massive culture shock. It was the first time I looked around and I'm like, we're all the same fucking color. Like it was, I remember the feeling. I ain't shitting you. It was the craziest fucking feeling. Like it really, really was. It was a culture shock. It was nuts. And I remember even at a young age looking around being like, for realsies? Like even the school felt like I was probably stepping into a castle, you know? So then I moved out at 16 and never moved back until I was like 41. So it was a lot. So apparently, quartz reminiscent. I don't know about you guys, which is odd because it's Mercury and Pluto just kicked in. But at least these are good memories. It could be worse. Some people are probably reminiscent about like sad things, like why didn't that work out and blah 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 blah. So I mean, I guess it could be worse. But even waking up, like I said this morning, it keeps standing on my damn pancakes that I gotta throw away. I literally got out of bed as if it was like 2 a.m. getting up to go to the bathroom. Strange. Did not want to open my eyes. Well, that's what I get for not waking up the way I normally would. But I think in the back of my head, I was convinced I was going to go back to bed. I made it through the night without going to the bathroom, getting up and peeing, which is crazy. But I tossed and turned like 4 times. Get up, go up, pee, get up, go up, pee, get up, go up, pee. And I didn't. Hope I don't get a UTI. That's the first thing I thought of when I first went to the bathroom. I was like, oh shit, I hope I don't get a UTI. Because I remember making myself up like 4 times to go to the bathroom. So last night was a strange night. It really was. Because that's not like me. So it's clearly the energy, and it even affected me when I was sleeping. And I'm not even saying it affected me in a bad way. But that's how much there had to have been a shift in energy. That had to have been. And here we go. I only picked this when I'm on with you guys. There had to have been a shift. Like I had to force myself to get up and like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. And I contemplated a couple times getting up to go to the bathroom. That's not like me. Like I get up at least 2 times to go to the bathroom. And it's kind of always been like that. It's not like getting older or. That's fucking weird. I don't ever use that to sneeze. And that was a loud sneeze. And then it just pulled me to my Nana. She used to put a tissue right here. Wow. What a shift. And I don't sneeze that loud. I feel like that was like obnoxious a little bit. I was like, a achoo. Anywho, I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'm going to pee because I've been about to do the potty dance. Now I feel like I got to blow my nose. Bum, 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 bum. I'll do the same. Told you that I never would. It's something like that. Alright, well, let me know if you need to do it. In a little while, I could. Yeah. You just gotta tighten it. Great. Alright. Yeah, I love the learning experiences. Okay, couple hours?
What, do that?
No, in a couple hours.
Oh, in a couple
Yeah.
hours? Yeah, it'll probably only take a half an hour to do it.
Okay. Alright, can't wait. Fuck, man. How does that even happen to me? I shouldn't even have got up to go to the bathroom. My dad's like, Ma bought you a new faucet. I'm like, what? A new faucet for the bathroom. I'm like, first of all, stop trying to make me feel real fucking comfortable. I'm not trying to get comfortable. Guys. So now my dad's like, I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm like, oh, we're doing this again. Yeah. It'll take you about a half hour, Cole. I'll stand right next to you and supervise and tell you how to do it. Great. Dad, great. Now I got to change a faucet. Is that what it is called? A faucet? The whole fucking bathroom sink? Oh, so you mean I got to clean underneath the sink? And unscrew pipes? Okay. Great. He's taught me a lot throughout the years, though. I could change my own tire, like certain stuff, like, so, but I'm not trying to be a fucking plumber. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to break a nail, chip a nail. I chipped one, and I'm not a girly girl. Well, I am a girly girl, but I'm not a girly girl where I'm afraid to do shit like that. I'll remodel a whole house. I just didn't expect to get out of the bathroom with him standing right there being like, so Ma got you a new faucet. Okay. Would you like me to empty the sink for you? What do you want me to do? I'm going to teach you how to change it. Give me a couple hours. The fuck, Dad? I got shit to do today. I didn't know I was going to be a fucking plumber today. Oh my God, I fucking can't. I swear they're never going to want me to move. How did this even happen? It's going to be a big shell shock for them. I even had a conversation with my mom the other day. She didn't want to hear it, man. All right, anywho, apparently I'm going to be changing a fucking faucet. Is that what it's called, a faucet? I thought it's called a faucet in the kitchen sink. Well, I mean, I know they're all faucets, but like, is that actually the whole thing? Putting out faucet? Probably. I probably sound real stupid right now. I'm glad my dad was definitely a jack of all trades, though. He did teach me a lot. But I have so many men and friends in my life where I could hit them up and be like, can you help me? So I don't have to do that. Well, today now I'm going to have my dad stand over me. I don't even have the back. Don't you gotta lay down on your back? Don't you gotta lay down on your back to do that shit and start twisting pipes? The fuck? I. Okay. Clear it. Clear it, Courtney. Clear it. Fucking yeah. You're gonna be laying on your fucking. Like, the fuck? How does this happen to me? I just don't even understand. I really don't understand how this shit happens to me. I'd so rather just change a tire. And there's got to be other things I can do around the house. Yeah, I know. Younger and more flexible. I get it. I get it. I wonder if I have the arm strength, though. Now I'm just making excuses. Now I'm just making excuses. But I'm pretty sure, like, you gotta, like, don't you gotta be careful when you twist too hard, too? See? Anywho, let's do this. Let's do this. I mean, I know someone that's a plumber. You want to just go do this? Jack of all trades. Maybe I should teach Mia. I think Mia or Caden. I think we should pass it down in the family. That's what I think. Let me ask Mia. I'm not lying. Grandma bought a new faucet for the downstairs bathroom, and Grandpa wants me to change it, but I think I should pass that tradition down. Do you want to learn how to change a faucet when you get home from school? She might be interested in that. She read that quick. Let's see what her response is. I want to be like, it might be fun. She's like, not really. All right, so that wasn't a terrible response. Oh, she said maybe. It might be exciting, Mia. Hey, maybe it will send her, maybe it will give her a new idea. Maybe Mia will be a plumber. She's being really good about this. She's like, I don't know. I said it might be exciting, but she's actually dead serious. I know her. Okay, well, why don't you think about it and let me know within the next couple hours. Okay. Lonnie wants to be an electrician. So maybe she will. I don't think she's going to want to be a plumber. But hey, I mean, fuck. I'll be 45. I don't want to be fucking doing that either. I know that sounds so lazy of me. I don't have the best back either. You guys remember my emergency visit to the fucking hospital 3 months ago? I'm going to be like, I need a pillow. I definitely need a pillow. Because you got that much of a gap from the floor to the vanity. At least I knew what that was called. I'm a lot brighter than you think. I just feel like faucet should have a different name. Because I feel like the faucet is where the water comes out of. You know where I'm going with this, right? And then you got the little handles. So it's like more than just a faucet. So it should have like a different name. It should be like fancier, like a faucet or something, right? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I hope she wants to do this. Just saying. Just saying. We need to come up with a fancier name than a fucking faucet. Okay? Faucet. Faucet. I like the name though. It's ringy. It rings. That's not a word. I mean, it's a word. Ring is. What's the word I'm looking for? Faucet. Faucet. I mean, it's actually a prettier word if you think about it. No, spigot. Yeah, that's outside. Faucet. Faucet. I feel like we should have a faucet. It's actually a pretty word. Say it right now. Say it to yourself 3 times. Faucet. Faucet. I think we take advantage of that word. Faucet. Like rolls off the tongue. I feel like it's like a fancy word. It's too fancy of a word for just a faucet. Faucet. It's pulling me to like a well. Remember back in the day, we'd pump the well and the water would come out. Faucet. There's more to it than a faucet. Everyone's going around the other planes. The planes allow you to go to grace, spirituality speaking. You should get on a fucking boat. We need to appreciate. Yeah, we need to appreciate faucets. Yes, faucet. Think about, does it, like if you say it in your head 3 times, is it just me? Faucet. Faucet. We definitely need more of an appreciation for faucets. I guess so. I mean, water does come out of it, right? You do need to appreciate water. I do appreciate water, though. Oh, my Lord. Hi, Spirit. I almost went into graphic arts. I was a Cosmo girl, though. Faucet. Faucet. And push it real good. It's Ponytail song. Faucet. So if I use the word faucet, I feel like so when I'm saying it, I'm definitely interpreting it as a different meaning. And it's like I want to actually Google it, but I feel like it's like I feel like you could say it like a different avenue. There's so many faucets. Is that a thing? Or is this like just in my head right now? Different definitions of faucet. I don't know why it's like faucet. Webster's Reverse Dictionary, unbridged. What does faucet mean? Fox on a hillside. The name of a faucet is diverted from ancient world meaning fox on a hillside. 14th century located. Faucet, a British word. Nope. Faucet's only an American word. All right, well, fuck you. I thought it was British because I was like, faucet or something, right? So at least my instincts are on point here. But Spirit's like, no, it's an American word. Who owns Faucet Circus? No, that's not it. We're not going to talk about toilets. I just feel like I can use the word. Like there's so many different faucets. Am I right or am I wrong? Or there's so many different. See, there's something weird about this. And I feel like it's just like another word for avenue, but there's something about that that's saying no. Can you use the word faucet? No. Can you substitute avenue and use the word faucet? Oh, there's so many different spellings too. So where am I going with this? So in regards or an element, a feature, a characteristic, so many different facets of a person, so many different. Okay, so I still don't know where Spirit's taken me with that word though. I just feel like for a kitchen sink, it shouldn't be called a faucet. I guess like if you're a plumber, yeah, I get it. But I'm not a plumber. I'm spiritual. And facets, maybe I'm thinking of the word facets. Oh, fuck. I am done with that shit. Done, 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 done. Because I think that's the word. I'm not done. Facets. How do you use the word facets? Jesus. Thanks, Spirit. You should try to control a facet. He shouldn't try to control every facet of her life. There are opposites in almost every facet of life. Work and play. There's plenty of Cole Haynes. What? Cole Haan? Wedges to suit every facet of a busy woman's lifestyle. So maybe this is what we're getting at. How to use the word facet. 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 Who the fuck did I just turn into? So this side of the facet talks about an emerald. There's the best 72 facet sentence examples. Spirit fucking loves me. Love it. Thank you. Opposites in every facet of life. Try not to control every facet of her life. Interaction with the facts that attract people, mediums, or communication. Some women are simply stylish in every facet of the life. All right, well, I get it. So, now we got wedding rings popping up. I don't know if I'll ever have one of those on my finger again. And if I do, it's gotta be like vintage all damn day. They're showing me like modern rings right now, which is like not my forte, not up my alley. But it's also K Jewelers. Nothing wrong with K Jewelers. I just like to find like a local jeweler. Like nothing against K Jewelers, guys, if you like K Jewelers. I'm just picky with jewelry. You guys know me. I don't know why I'm being pulled to jewelry. But you know me, I'm picky with jewelry. And I like antiques. I like old fashioned. I like estate sales. I always find cool fucking jewelry at estate sales for me. It's just like, bam, there it is. I've told you guys some crazy fucking stories on how I've come across my jewelry. And these, like, they're sentimental, like they're meant for you, you know? But I just like very vintage. Like if I was to remarry and there's like a family ring, am I allowed to tweak it? See, why are we having this conversation? All I see is wedding rings. Guys, it's the weirdest thing because I get it, like with the facet with jewelry, right? Like I get it, but like every time I go to something, well, see, now these are all K. They were like all different ones. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I like the style where I'm like, I don't even know how I would get a band around it, which is strange because I need like I just like the like fucking we're gonna stop talking about this. Maybe I'm gonna get married again. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. That was one of my favorite songs when I was a kid. Me and Laura used to sit on the swing set singing songs. That was one of them. I don't know if it was the Peggy Sue thing. But our other song was Sweet Dreams Were Made of These. Who am I to disagree? Everybody's searching for someone. So now it's not K. Now it just switched. But when I put it on for you guys, are you looking at jewelry? When I put it on for you guys, it was all fucking K Jewelers. And now it's all MK. It's the same fucking advertisement. Well, it really just was. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Oh, see, same advertisement. Was that K? Now it's switching. That looks like a dildo. It's a curling iron, don't worry. It's just quartz heads. Apparently in the gutter look like a kick-ass vibrating something, right? We don't like to plug things in anymore. I think they'll probably be more powerful if we do plug them in though, right? Fuck, man. Anywho, we went from a wedding ring to a vibrator. And now I'm looking at it and what I'm not shitting you. Now we're all back to fucking K. So I don't know what this is. I'm not switching the page. I don't remember what the other jeweler was, MK something. I don't know how to get that back. That might be an important message for you guys regarding initials. Ooh, now we just went to a shirt. Now we got a shirt. I know it's just advertisement. Now the same advertisement over and over. Oh my fucking God. Let's show the same shirt 4 fucking times. Anyhow, I just want to step out of this, but oh my God, I gotta pee again. I think I'm making up for last night. And now, I mean, we're still talking about faucets, guys. And now we're looking at shirts. Don't matter the jewelers. That's the point. Like politicians. Astro definitely had to have jumped a few times last night. Let me just screenshot this shoe as we just talked about Astro. And this is some weird looking shit. Anybody gonna rock those? So I'm clicking out of this. It was weird because it just pulled me to meet George Jetson, his son Elroy, Jane, his wife. Let's clear this. It actually reminds me of a Barbie shoe. Right? Little Barbie shoes you used to put on the Barbies. Gotta fucking pee again. Alright, now we're gonna get into this. And now I'm gonna go have a little bathroom thought like I always do. I'm gonna be like, faucets. I'll go to faucets. I'll go to faucets. But I really think it's trying to say facet. Which is weird because I think when I got my necklace fixed, I think they said, oh, it's just a facet. I don't fucking, why am I being pulled to jewelry? I mean, I like jewelry. I've gotten some awesome jewelry. I love jewelry. You'd never fucking know it because I don't wear it anymore. You know, I'm really, no, I really just gotta pee. Brat dolls, yeah. Remember when the girls like the brat dolls? Faucets. High spirit. But I think it's trying to say a facet. So if we just, I really gotta pee again. Thank you. I don't want to get a UTI. I did this all last night. Facet. Definition of a facet. So if we just look at that one particular, one side of something, many side, especially to a cut gem, a particular aspect or feature, facets of a church, any individual units that make up a compound's eye of an insect or crustacean. I don't know. It's so funny because I'm always like, if somebody was like looking at jewelry for me, emerald would definitely be the stone. And it's funny because this is an example of a side of an emerald. That's the only stone I don't have. So I don't know. But it's strange, I keep getting pulled to it. A small plain surface as a cut of it. I don't know if you guys are gonna get a piece of jewelry or you're gonna come across a piece of jewelry because you know how I just talked about how I come across like special pieces. I don't know if you're gonna get gifted it or you're gonna come across. So there's something with jewelry here. There's no question. I mean, there's absolutely no question. Because I'm like faucet. It doesn't sound like faucet, and I'm like faucet. Like, but it's so like and then facet. So yeah, to me, it's gotta be with jewelry. I just feel like spirit just got real complicated there, though. It's like all that for me to get facet. But I just feel like there's different facets of people, right? Like that's more what I'm feeling. But spirit's showing me jewelry. So maybe somebody just kind of likes who you are, or because there's different facets of like, right? So like, cause that's what I keep getting pulled to, but it keeps showing me like a fucking ring. So I don't know. And I'm not saying like engagement rings per se, but it did just show a whole bunch of engagement rings. Um, and then it just kind of pulled me to something I said, right? Where I was like, oh, I don't even know what the band, but then what? You're engaged forever if you really don't want the band, right? So like the band, so this is fucking weird. It's like subliminal messaging. But I just feel like there's so many facets of again, it's the same shit. So spirit, where the fuck are we going with this? Because I wanna go straight to there's so many different facets of a side of a person and this and that about somebody or about a thing. I don't even want to say thing, I want to say about a person. For example, I'm assuming I'm looking at one of my old blouses that I've actually only wore once, and I wore it on YouTube because I was going on a date for lunch. It's my satin silk one. I was going on a date for lunch, and I was all dolled up because I know how I can spend time on YouTube. And I remember feeling awkward wearing it on YouTube because it was like it was fancy. It just and they're telling me no more like elegant. Okay, so all right. All right, spirit. All right, fucking fancy pants over here. Elegant, more than fucking okay. So right, but I've said that to you before, like with clothes, like the amount of fucking clothes I have and the style is insane. Um, and then I still always wear my favorite sweatshirt with you guys. It's just comfort, you know. So it's like prime example. You can go from comfort to elegant. I mean, most people can anyway, but maybe you're out of your element when you do that. I'm never out of my element when I do that, but I do remember being on YouTube feeling a little bit out of my element because I would say more provocative. And it's like funny because I'm staring at the strap and I'm thinking to myself, why is it even in that bin? It's not even hanging up. It's literally just hanging. The strap is just hanging there as if like it was meant to be talked about. It's satin too. I walk by this every day and I have not seen that hanging out, and there's no reason for that. You guys will remember this shirt. Let me pee first and then I'll pull it out because it's just chilling right here. Okay. You know what just came to me? Belgium jewelry. Is that a thing? I don't know what that means. I am so shocked. I'm so shocked that this is not. Do you guys remember this? Do you remember it's like that shortcut and it's got the tie and it wraps around right there? I don't know if you guys remember, but I never went on YouTube like that. But I do. I love that's just it with me. Like I can go from like one thing to another and be real comfy in it. You remember, right? So there just must have been something about that day or something. That makes no sense that was even in that bin. What is Belgium jewelry? That was my bathroom thought. Is there a Belgium facet? Is there a Belgium facet? It pulled me to Belgium. The greatest generation of vessels of the Belgium and Dutch will feature facet tailored. What type of facet is this now? The stone. Sparkling element of found in a Belgium city. Facets of there's no I there, but Antwerp? What? That's not Welp either. What is this? Sleeping Beauty is an uncut diamond. Has been called awoken Antwerp. Antwerp? Are we talking Antwerp map? That's not Antwerp. We gotta talk about Belgium. There's something. Antwerp. No. There's something in Mass with Thrup. This is ANTWERP. Antwerp. It's a stone, sparkling element that's found in Belgium City, which calls itself the world center of the diamonds. European art. I'm telling you, that's why I was like, facet or something. Like, this is it. So I don't know what this is to you guys. Belgium, freaking whatever this, I don't, and I'm saying it like, oh, but it's gotta be a big deal. So I shouldn't be saying it like that. But like, the stone is by no means the only sparkling element that could be found in Belgium City, which tells you the world center of diamonds. The app symbols the world whose quite exterior hides the sparkle of the Northern European art. History in the streets. Oh, bring me there. Rich veins and mother. This just sounds enticing. But I'm more excited about like historical places, walking through little towns like that. The Netherlands of the ring of the world, the diamond of the ring is the Antwerp. I don't think I'm saying that right. And I feel like I'm being cursed for saying it wrong. Like, no. Like, no. Now they're going to try to get me to speak fucking French. I want to say no, but okay, Spirit, I'm not fucking French. Let's not even go there. Well, they're based in the city, exporting 3 million types of gems, 6% of the country's imports, Brussels, population, yada. Oh, Antwerp, I wonder if I just said that right, is in Belgium, the second largest city. Shipper Street. Would invite the eyes of the ladies who advertise behind the windows of mannequins. 2-minute walk. This sounds like a fancy. This sounds like somewhere I want to go. Antwerp. Glowing golden by the nights. So anywho, the point, I guess, of this whole thing is we're still talking about, so it's like a precious diamond. The facets of Antwerp. So maybe you're going on a trip. Maybe you're going to go to Belgium, Europe. The center of the world's diamonds. I can't, you know what it's pulling me to? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And it's all, remember icing? It's all, he does marketing for jewelry, advertisement company, because he wants to get the gig. I want to step out of this. Such a cute movie, right? I just don't think I'm going to get far on this. There's just something with jewelry. I don't know if it's a gift. I don't know if it's a city you're going to go to. I don't know if it's linked to something. Again, it's pulling me to an engagement ring. Or you could, and if it's not like an engagement ring, it just, you could come across a piece of jewelry. I mean, I almost just said like you can come across something like in the dirt, like, so you know how they have like but that's not what I saw, but those detectors, beep 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 beep, those things on the beach and certain stuff. I don't see you doing that, but I mean that's fun too. But metal detector, you might just come across it walking. See, I come across stuff like that sometimes, and it's like bittersweet because I'm like, oh, like I found like a cross, and I keep it in my car, and I just kind of like blessed it, and because somebody lost it, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's sad. Like I'd be heartbroken if I lost my crucifix, you know. So it obviously came off a necklace if somebody lost the necklace, you know. And I just kind of blessed it, and I kept it. It's been in my car for a couple of years. But I have crosses all in my car anyway. Why are we talking about religion? I guess because it's a crucifix. I forget what I was going to say. All I know is that I want to step out of it. Oh, you might find a piece of jewelry like on the street or at a park or something. I don't know. But then that always makes me feel bad. I'm like, oh, somebody lost this. You know? Maybe if you find it, you could post it on something, you know, before you keep it. And if it has like an inscription, like obviously don't post that it has an inscription because so many people could come up and be like, that's mine, you know. But I would be, you know, broken in certain circumstances where if I had lost something, especially generational or something. So I don't know if you're going to find something, post it. I don't know what that's about. But then we just saw all those posts like advertisement. All I know is I want to step out of this because I feel like I'm not going to get the answer to this. So it's silly to continue. Like I almost just said, like, I'm not going to get the faucet of this. And that doesn't even make sense using that in a sentence. And then it pulled me to the shirt again. I really want to step out of this. I never do that either. Bite my top lip. I don't know what type of ship. I don't know what type of shift came in last night, but holy shit. Oh my gosh. I'm biting things. Fuck, stop it. Who does that? You know when people get nervous? I don't do that. I don't bite like the inside. When I get nervous, I get different tendencies. Like some people bite their nails. Fuck that shit. I'm stepping out of this shit. Let's go over this deck because that's bugging me. I don't think we're going to get the answer to that. And it just pulled me to a city with that blouse. That's super frustrating. It's almost pulling me to a blouse that has like chain links on it. I don't know if there's chain links on that. Isn't that like a staple name? Like a staple blouse with, is it gold chain links on a blouse? I think it's like a staple blouse or something. Yes. See, that's pretty. And I don't like stuff like this usually. It's pulling me to, it's kind of got that same look. And I actually would rock this. But it'd have to be like for a certain occasion. I wouldn't just like, I know you can see women go out and go shopping and they're wearing something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get up, put lipstick on and get real fancy to go shopping at the mall and rock shit like that. But I would rock that. But that's not the point. Well, it's got to be the point. Is there like a name brand? Like, is there like a name attached to that particular shirt? Because this is pulling me to Shein. But that's exactly, is like a Louis Vuitton or something. See, now we're talking about fashion designers. It definitely for sure D's got to step out of this. I just don't know if anybody off the top of their head would know a vintage chain print blouse. I love vintage. I'm not really liking those though. But it's funny because the straps on this one. Oh yeah, see, I would rock that one too. So I'm like struggling to step out of this. You think it's a fashion designer? A jewelry maker? It just brought me to Beauty and the Beast. Did Belle's dad make jewelry? What is going on? Did Belle's dad make jewelry? Was Belle's dad a jewelry maker in Beauty and the Beast? And I don't even think you call him a jewelry maker. I forget what you call him. Maurice. What did Belle's father do? Well, it's Maurice. What did he do? An inventor. Was there a jewelry maker with Beauty? Was there a jewelry maker with Beauty and the Beast? It pulled me to Beauty and the Beast. Alex Monroe created the line of necklaces, rings, and charms. So it wasn't somebody in the movie, but see, Spirit's trying to tell you something. Could just be a London designer. Alex Monroe has created a new line of necklaces, rings, and charms, which is ironic. French. So here we go again with Europe. And then a jewelry designer. You call him a jewelry designer? That doesn't make sense. Is that what they're called? A jewelry designer? I feel like they have a different name than a jewelry designer. I'll have to look that up. But that's like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. It was the same thing. New line of necklace. It was a diamond. I think they called it like Frost Yourself. Isn't that what it was? Which kind of sounds dirty. I never liked that terminology. What is the name for a jewelry designer? Goldsmith worker, silversmith, silver. Yeah, see, no, I thought of all that too, but that's not what I'm. Well, yeah, it must be their name. I feel like they should have a daintier name. A Jew. Goldsmith. Silversmith watchmaker. Gemologist. Diamond settler. Gem dealer. Gem dealer. I feel like we're dealing with museums. Jewelry maker? I don't know. I'm just fucking annoyed right now. That's strange. Honestly, though, we're going to have to step out of it because Coco Chanel. I keep getting stuff back into it. I don't think we're going to get the answer here. But there's something designer jewelry or designer blouse. Coco Chanel blouses. I'm not gonna lie, I like them. But I like this one more than anything. But that's like more like, that's because more like bohemian that I like. But so yeah, so maybe that is it. I don't know. I mean, that's the typical logo, but there's no chains on that. So I don't think that's it per se. I don't know if I like this. I do like paisley, but oh, that's super cute. So I do like, but see, Christian du jour blouses. I don't know. Oh, I like those too. You know me, guys. I go into a jewelry store and forget it. I always pick out the most expensive thing. I'm like, what is my shit luck with that? How much is that? I'm like, oh, Jesus, fuck. Even when I was a little kid, my mom used to say the same thing. I was always pulled to jewelry, even as a kid. Like, she'd be shopping, and I'd always be like, I'm going to go check out the jewelry cases. I don't think that's it either. I mean, it's got chains on it too, but that's kind of cool. It reminds me of the Constitution. So something just came in my head, and I feel like it's more of a personal message, but I want to be able to interpret it. Hi, Spirit. That's like confirmation for me. That was a personal message. But I don't agree with the personal message. So that's frustrating. Did you guys see the orb, or is that just me? All right, see, you guys are like still talking about it. Like, there's a nostrum. There's got to be a message here. Well, I don't know how to interpret that message for you guys. So I know what it's saying now, but I don't agree with it. Because to me, maybe you're just switching styles. You know what I mean? You know how like we talked about it a few weeks ago. Remember, I talked about my friend and I was gonna meet up with him and this and that. And the one thing I liked about him was like, I can rock this, 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 and this, and it's just like he's never had a problem with the way I dressed, which nobody ever should. But there was just an instance where I talked where somebody was like,
where I wore that summer dress. So like, and I knew what they were trying to get at, but I remember him being like, you know, it makes you look bigger than what you are, right? So I'm thinking to myself, like, dude, is there a ring on my finger? Am I a fucking trophy wife? Like, I don't even, like, it was just the weirdest fucking thing where I was like, oh, that's fucking, anywho. And then I was talking about the other one, and how I can go from like classy into like this real quick. So I don't know if some of you are going to change the way you dress, or just start like feeling yourself again, or maybe if you have stuff like that, maybe you should like put it on, go out, you know. I think it's more or less saying changing the way you dress, because what I'm gathering, what I'm getting from like different facets. Remember, I wish that word came in the other day, actually. Remember when I had talked about that one main lesson and different roads and different things veering off of it? But anywho, the way this channeling is working today is frustrating me. I need to stop staring at the shirt. Changing the way you dress. You might be changing the way you dress, but maybe it's a good thing. Oh, and then it pulled me to like when I was a kid, I always pictured myself as, which is ironic, guys, because you know me, I always wanted to be a marine biologist, a zoologist, or an oceanographer. But I always had the instinct that I'd be a teacher, right? And then I was like, but YouTube teaching, right? So just a different type of teacher. But I always pictured myself going to work. It was never like scrubs and kicks, and it's like I always knew I had the hospital vibe, but it was always heels, business suits, blouses. It was like empowering for me even as a child. But when I say I pictured myself in this stuff, like I'm talking like classic, fancy, like not like snubby, but just that look, right? And I don't know if that's a girl thing, you know. I don't know if it's a girl thing or not. I know it was a thing for me. Apparently, it was a thing for Bells too. So again, I don't know if it was a girl thing, but even like in dreams as I got older as an adult, having all my kids, like, what do I want to do next in life? And blah, 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 blah. And I would always be dressed like that, but very down to earth, casual. And the point I'm trying to get from that, like, no matter who I am or how I dress, I can go from that to wearing a bohemian dress and being the same exact person. Like nothing would change me overnight like that. Like fame wouldn't change me overnight. Being in a relationship wouldn't change me overnight. Winning the lottery wouldn't change me overnight. You know what I'm saying? So, but it might be the same. But here's what I'm getting at. I don't know how other people will interpret it if you just up and change your wardrobe. But at the same time, who gives a flying fuck what other people think if you get up and change? Like, you guys would probably be shocked if I've been rocking sweatshirts for 4 years and I got up and started wearing fucking blouses for you guys every day. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't think this is past life. I think this is coming in. The things I've been reading now are actually things that are coming in, which is phenomenal. So I know what it was kind of saying for me with something, and it's not necessarily, I'm still having a hard time with the message they gave me, but I know what it is. But I think I'm interpreting it wrong because I'm not impressed with how they gave me that message and what it was being related to. But I don't think it was meant that way because Spirit would know that's not how it was supposed to be interpreted, but that's how it was just interpreted in my head. So, I love how you all know what I'm talking about, and in my head, I can't make sense of this. So, I think there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a change. And I think it might have to do with the different facets of you and this, you know, or like how you dress, Like, think about it, guys. Like, before I was on YouTube, like, or even when I started YouTube, always had my jewelry on, loved my jewelry, but then it's like you get comfortable, and it was never to impress. It was just I stopped wearing it. And it was a prime example of a couple weeks ago in a video that we were talking about where it's like I didn't even realize for the last 2 years when I was with somebody. And then I was like, all right, well, this person just came into my life and there's a reason for it. And then I associated how I can go from wearing a sweatshirt to wearing a blouse and not having a problem with either of them and rocking them, right? So this is all like meshing together. I forget the whole point of it because it keeps bringing me back to the same fucking thing. But meaning, like, I don't think you realize in the last year or two, or you let yourself go. But for me, it wouldn't be like letting yourself go. Like, for instance, last night I was fuck with that read because I know it's coming in. The High Priestess reverse, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles reverse. That's just not us. That's what I'm getting at. So I think someone's going to come into your life. I don't know who it's going to be. For you to kind of like get your mojo back or remember who you were. Because think about it, guys. I love my lipstick, but I know we also went through the pandemic with a mask. So who wore lipstick like that, right? But there wasn't too many times I came on YouTube without my lipstick. I love my lipstick. But I'm not the type of person that leaves the house and has to put lipstick on. I just love fucking lipstick. And it's funny because in life, my fetishes, well, not fetishes. Why did I say fetishes? I do have those. Well, I'd say more fantasies, not a fetish. I have more of a fantasy. So I don't know where we're going with fetish. But I like my handbags and my shoes, and my heels. I have a lot of fucking heels. And my handbags, I'll spend hundreds on my handbags. But I'm not fucking high maintenance. See what I'm saying? So I don't know if there's going to be like a drastic shift and people interpretate you differently. Like, say someone won the lottery, you know what I mean? Like, I'd wake up the next day and be the same person, very wholesome, down to earth, humble. Like, so I don't know if somebody in your life's going to win the lottery or do like something like that and someone switches just in front of you. But I don't think that would be the case if this is what we're talking about. So there just might be a drastic shift coming in May, June for you guys. And again, I wouldn't worry about how somebody else feels about it or thinks about it. And I'm not sure if it's like losing your mojo. I got distracted, see, with the Queen of Wands and all that. So to me, with you guys, I don't feel like it's lack of insecurity. And I could be wrong, but I don't think it is because we're not insecure. We wouldn't be where we're at in this journey and certain stuff that we learned and leaving karmic situations and as tough as it can be, like we wouldn't be here. So I'm like yesterday, I'm still trying to place that insecurity. And I think it's more nerves. I know last night I got in a tiff with somebody, but it was more on my end. And in their head, they have no idea what it was about. But I didn't feel the need to explain myself on why I felt this way and this and that, right? Because it's like everyone's evolving. There'd be times where if a conversation is needed, we'll have one. I'm not really worried about that particular piece of it. But on why I had anxiety or panicked about a situation was more personal on my end, but they wouldn't know why or how to relate it on why I took something the way I took something. So I wouldn't say it's like projecting, but that's where I'm trying to interpretate the Queen of Wands reversed for us, because I think it's very aloof, because I don't think we lost our confidence. I don't think we lost our motivation like that, but there is something in the last couple years or something that we just stepped out of without realizing we stepped out of. Like, for instance, I said to you guys, like, I never really dressed up with this other person where I was so comfortable with like leggings and a sweatshirt, and just I never like felt the need to have to dress up or anything like that, because it was just very natural comfort zone. But I think mentally, physically, emotionally, it actually fucked with me without realizing that it fucked with me, because I was so comfortable. But it's like, I wouldn't say forgetting who you are, but maybe we did, like, and we're not realizing yet, but it's now going to start coming in, where it's like, okay, somebody might come into your life and challenge you. Somebody might come in and say something. It could be a friend, where it's like, almost like, what did you take from that? Like, I don't know how to explain it yet, because we're in the midst of this happening. So this why last night I'm like, fuck with that read, because I'm like, holy shit, I know that's coming in. And to me, it's not lack of confidence. You could have lost creativity. I don't think you're insecure with the Nine of Pens reverse at all. There might be like some nerves attached to it, but you didn't lose your glow. Well, maybe you lost your glow, because I'm questioning. I don't know. I think my aura is kick-ass, whether I'm fucking glowing or not sometimes. So see what I'm saying? It's not an insecurity. Like, insecurity, I wouldn't be able to come on and motivate you guys. I wouldn't be able to teach. I wouldn't be able to do this. So to me, I know I should probably not be trying to figure it out to the point where I'm like, but it's bugging me that I can't figure out what it is, because it's coming in. And again, I don't think it's that in that. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what is that? Right? So some of you, yeah, it could have been a downfall. I don't feel like I necessarily had a downfall. I think I could have, quotes motivating you to go listen and put makeup on. No, see, that's awesome. Remember that song came in the other day too, like, girl, put your makeup on. And that's was Spirit's message. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, did that really happen to me? And it makes me like sad. Like, I don't want to acknowledge it, that probably happened to me. So I'm on fucking defense. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm reading this, I'm like defense. I'm not like, all right, now I'm going to dress up, put this on, and I'm good. I'm actually on defense. So clearly we're going to figure this out together. I don't think it's lack of confidence, but it's bugging the fuck out of me. Bells, go put your makeup on, So I know Spirit's like, ladies, leave your man at home. Ladies, listen up, ladies. Maybe we just lost that side of lady, And I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. But like, even the guy I was off like the whole 2 years, I don't think I was ever like, let's go like dress up and do this, or let's go on a date. Like, we just always hang out very low key. We're in the backyard, hanging out, having fires. It's shit I love. I didn't have to like, oh, let's go into town and do like, this is where my confusion is, because I don't feel like I need that. But in a way, because I didn't have that either, I don't know if it set me back. But I'm thinking in my head, why would I need that if I'm in my comfort zone? But again, everyone needs to step out of their comfort zone, right? But the ladies, see, here we go. Even Marsh and Ashley said the other day, they're like, Court, do you know in years you haven't asked for a night out with your pumps on. Like, I would literally hit them up or tell them, like, it's coming, ladies, it's coming. Like, we're all going to wear our heels. And I haven't done that in years. So I hope by how I'm explaining what's going on with me, you can kind of figure out kind of what's happening with you. Because I don't quite know yet either. But it makes sense because Marsha, again, just said it the other day. She's like, when's the last time you asked to go out and dance? When's the last time, we went to the seaport? When's the last time? And I'm just like, holy shit, you're right. So I don't know if I was too comfortable. I think I was too comfortable. But who doesn't like being comfortable? So we talk about like us spirituals being able to step out of comfort zones and this and that. And it's like we look outside the box. But like I think we're about to be fucking challenged. And I think our defense is going to be like really high. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like a huge impact. But I just feel like with the Queen of Wands reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, and the High Priestess reversed, I just feel like we kind of stepped out of our spirituality a little. We kind of stepped out of clearly something, Did you lose a little bit of lack of passion? Things like that. Like in my case, like I'm trying to relate my case from you. And I wouldn't say like I lost lack of passion, but then I'm having this conversation with you and I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe I did. Cause yeah, I haven't asked to go out dance and I haven't asked to like put the heels on and do this. So you know what I mean? So I don't know. But see, I'm that person where the girl's like, all right, let's go to dinner. They know me. Like, I'll even put on a pair of jeans and a nice blouse and put on heels. And I'll walk through the door and they'll be like, damn, Court, you couldn't have told me you were going to wear your heels. But, like, not even, like, dressed to impress other people. It's a feel-good outfit for me. So, no, I don't need to tell you so we can do twinsies. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a difference between going on a night into the town. Everybody needs to have somewhat of the same thing on you. You're not going to get into certain restaurants or certain stuff if you're rocking jeans and heels. You need a nice pair of like either pants or a skirt. You know what I mean? So that's the difference I'm talking about right there. But I'm that person. And in the summertime, like I'll have a high wedge or something, and Ashley would be like, "I should have known better, girl. I should have known better." Or like sometimes they'll feel underdressed, but I'm still casual. But I guess some people don't picture heels as casual. But if I'm putting a pair of jeans on with heels and my top is casual, see, there's something there's going to be a shift in you. I don't know what it's going to be. And it could be you just cleaning out your closet. You know how my sister last weekend wanted to come in and get a dresser in here? I was like, no fucking way. I have so many clothes. I probably only wore certain stuff like once, and I'm not going to get rid of it because they're nice summer dresses or a nice wedding dress or nice, you know what I'm saying? Like if I wore it 4 years ago and I still fit into it and I only wore it once and I bought it for a reason because I really liked it, I'm not going to get rid of it, right? But some of you might just be like, fuck this and clear out your entire wardrobe. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm too much of like, I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of that. Like, there's no way I'm going to get rid of my thick ass fucking winter sweaters. But if I go to Vermont and it's fucking freezing, go skiing, like, I'm not getting rid of those. I'm bad when it comes to like hoarding things because I'm like, everything like for me has like a sentimental, everything has like a sentimental, like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, I remember what I like. I literally have like probably 10 pairs of jeans in storage. I'm like, I might fit into those one day. And those are like so comfy. Like, why would I get rid of them? I don't fucking know, guys. But I think your wardrobe is going to change. And I don't think that's a bad thing. It's like putting lipstick on. Girl, put your makeup on. It makes a difference, right? I just don't know if it's going to be a drastic night or an overnight thing, which kind of seems it's pulling me to a movie. You know the movie where she's like real frumpy, Greek wedding, and there's other ones too with Reese Witherspoon, like real frumpy, and then all of a sudden like she has a makeover. So I don't think this makeover person. Well, see, I want to say I don't think this makeover is like makeup, hairdo, and wardrobe, but it actually could be. But it just makes you feel like a different person. And that's got to be an awkward feeling because if you think about it, like if I was to do something like that, I would do a shift like that when I upped and moved per se. But why would I? Yes, it's shit like that. Yeah. So that's what it pulled me to. So I know that's probably what's probably going to go down with you guys. But did you hear me too? Because I'm like, I would probably do that when I picked up and like moved. So it's got to be an awkward feeling to like overnight switch your wardrobe and do that because then it's like so obvious. And then maybe it'd make you feel insecure. See, this is coming in, guys. But to me, I don't know if it's like insecure. I feel like it'd be drastic. And I don't need drastic in order to feel better about myself. So I don't know how these messages are hitting each individual. Maybe some of you need that. And it's going to make you feel that way. But who cares? Do it anyway. So I think that's going to happen. And it could be to make you feel better, or it was just time for a new wardrobe and you outgrew your old style. There's nothing wrong with that. But in other people's eyes, I think it's going to be shocking. But it's spirit's almost like telling me, well, remind them, like, for me, I'd remain humble. Like, it wouldn't, like, oh, but I'm a genuine person. I have a pure soul. Like, I'm loyal. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, and a majority of my spirituals are. So I don't know how that is a reflection. Like, don't make that a reflection of you. You know what I mean? So it might be awkward, but if you think about it, like seasons change, but like in the summer, I'm way more bohemian all damn day. And in the winter, it's cold. I'm comfy. I like my sweatshirts. But I'm a camper. I love being outdoors. Very grounded, earthy. But at the same time, very comfortable in a completely different look. Almost like for sure could have been like a little runway model and been comfortable being that person. Being comfortable being an actress, being like, so no matter what you put me in, it's not going to change me. So I think that's coming. But that seems to be a little drastic for some, like I'm just picking up like, so I don't know if it's drastic. I don't think it'd be drastic for you. I mean, it could be. And then I'm thinking, is it more drastic for other people? But at the same time, like, who gives a fuck what other people think? You know? And it just pulled me to jewelry again. So I don't know what this jewelry thing is. Maybe just stop wearing your jewelry. It could be a message. It could even be a message for me, like, Cora, stop putting your fucking jewelry back on. Like, stones, metals, like, they all have different vibrations. They all resonate with each one. Just be careful with your stones. I'm picky like that too, but here we go, picky. Like even plants, because it just pulled me these. I have a completely different style with even plants, like house plants. I love my mom's house plants, but when we go to the nursery every year that we've been doing for 20 years, she's like, I don't know where your style comes from. And not that she doesn't like them, just different styles, even house plants. So maybe you just need to get back to really being you. Maybe you just got lost. You must have got lost. Maybe we got lost from our true self without even realizing it because we were just in a comfy situation. So it just might be interpreted differently for other people, but I don't think that matters. Because even Belle's like, your makeup, and that song came in the other day, like, go put your makeup on. And then that's like spirit telling me with the jewelry. You know what I mean? And even the girls threw it in my face. Like, what? You haven't asked to go dancing? I'm like, I know. I haven't worn a pair of heels in years. That's not like me. It's not. So I got lost somewhere a little bit, but it doesn't feel like lost because it wasn't an awful. My last 2 years with that person was not awful, guys. It is. It's just, I was one way with that person, but I was still the authentic me. But I think because I had to be the authentic me and I had to be certain things, I didn't have the luxury of being different facets of me. They didn't have the luxury, see, here we go with facets, of seeing the different facets. I forgot because I was stuck in one. I get it. I get it now. So I think it's not like, hey, here's our new selves. It's just return to yourself. You know? Is the kind of the bigger message I'm getting is return to yourself. So in all reality, that makes me feel a little better because it doesn't need to be drastic. It's back to you. Return to self. That old shit. Return to sender and return to self. You know what I mean? And again, I think for me, it's kind of harder to comprehend. And that's why I'm explaining it to you guys, because I feel like you guys were put in the same situation. Like it's not so obvious. Like what we're all talking about, it I don't think was that obvious to us. You know? And I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's a good thing it's now being recognized. Because we all need that here and there, right? Go to key again. So, again, I'm staring at my pancakes. Why the fuck did I get pancakes? I don't need pancakes in the morning. I didn't need them. I woke up wanting fucking pancakes. So I don't know, again, if you're just going to wake up one day and you're just like, bam, you might not even notice it, but other people might notice it. Ooh, look at the new you. And I don't know if you're going to interpret that as like insultive because it's not the new you. I think you just kind of slacked on yourself. Guys, I can't comprehend it yet either. I hope I'm not confusing you, but for those who are like my OGs and even new ones, if you're on this channel, you're gonna comprehend the way I comprehend. It would only make sense. If you guys can't comprehend it, is find a different reader type thing. And that's not me being an asshole. Like, we just all relate. And I know some people could be on and be like, what the fuck is this girl talking about? But I'm telling you, like, it's clear for those who can kind of like that have my like thinking capacity. And that, again, that's another reason when I went on YouTube. I remember telling myself, there's no way I'm the only one that thinks this way about tarot. There's no way I'm the only one that thinks this way about spirituality. There's no way I'm the only one that actually thinks this way. And like my whole life, like growing up, my parents just like doctor after doctor after doctor because they couldn't figure it out. And it's like, there was nothing fucking wrong with me. I just think differently. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It doesn't mean it needs to be fucking fixed. So that was a big reason why I came on YouTube. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm the only one out there that thinks the way I do. So I just sit back and I'm like, Mingya, all the time you try to figure me out. And my parents would be like, I still can't figure you out. Why are you still trying to figure me out though? There's no reason to, you know? Congratulations, Clara. So, I don't know. If you're the Empress, though, and you're dealing with a solid Emperor, which is crazy that it shifts like that, don't think you're not going to have challenges with that, too, whether it's work-related, whether it's personal, whether it's a family member. You know what I mean? I feel like I already got challenged with the situation, and I don't even know how to interpret it. Which makes me want to be single for the rest of my fucking life. How crazy is that? When you know me, I love to love. And just like that, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore with anybody. And it's not really even fair to them because they have no idea where I'm even coming from. You know? And it's exhausting to even have to sit and explain myself. And I know that's so unfair, but maybe I'm just not being put in a situation where I'm used to somebody sitting and listening to me and actually wanting to listen to me and be sincere about how I actually feel and what I want. And it's so crazy that I can say that out loud because it's fucking sad. I've had so many people in and out of my life that have known what I've done for a living, and they have manipulated the energy to their advantage. And it's so incredibly painful on my end, and without them even realizing the damage they're doing. So even last night with like a certain situation, and then waking up this morning and being like, Minky, like, it's almost like I feel like I can't even have a relationship because I wouldn't even want to tell the person what I do for a fucking living, because I really feel like it can be used against me because of all the scenarios and situations that I've been in the past, how they've used that energy to manipulate or make me feel like I'm crazy or going through circles or cycles or just, keeping me in the dark with certain stuff and making me feel a certain way. And I mean, that's all their projections, right? And it's like, I always picked up on it. But I mean, I had people be like, well, I know you were talking about me and you made me sound like a fucking asshole. Well, yeah, you're a narcissistic motherfucker. I was talking about you, actually, when you're all up on my fucking board, acting like a player. But like, yeah, I was fucking talking about you. That's like the whole catalyst energy, right? So it's like, it's always been used again, except for one person, but he came in for a very short time. And that was a special bond, but he came in a short time. You know what I mean? He was the only one that kind of actually encouraged me, even though he didn't understand the whole spirituality thing, or, but he encouraged me. But the last person I was with did not encourage me to stick with YouTube, did not encourage me to continue to be myself, did not encourage me. It's all right. You're going to find your way, knowing with certain, see what I'm saying? So it's really, for me, has been taken advantage of. And now I'm like really seeing it, and I'm like, that really sucks. So when I woke up this morning, I'm like, man, it's like, it's fucking tough. You know, it's almost like I don't even want somebody to know what I fucking do for a living. But how can you start off a relationship or whatever it is to see to where it gets without being fucking honest? But then I'm like, do I really want to sit there and explain myself to somebody? Why do I want to sit there and explain myself to somebody when I know not everybody's the same, right? And not everybody manipulates, and not everybody does that. But, and I hate to project that energy towards anybody that like enters my life, but with my experiences, you know, I don't know. And I'm not saying that's going to like happen again per se, but how can somebody that's a friend or somebody I'm with not watch me and not have an opinion or not want to project something? Like, it's going to happen no matter what. I would just hope it'd be like more positive. But even on a positive note, it could be somebody that could come in and be like, well, maybe this and that. And it's like, oh, maybe I don't even need your fucking opinion at all. Yeah, like, but see, I know that's more defense. And I think whether it's YouTube or not, being spiritual in itself, you guys are experiencing the same thing. It doesn't even have to be YouTube. A lot of people don't even understand spirituality, or like, oh, what are you, more this or that? Or, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I'm not saying these, like, all the relationships were awful, guys. They've all been experiences, right? But I just think with like me, I'm thinking out loud with an incident last night. Like, there's probably a lot more I could have went with something. I kind of did like a little, it was more panic on my end, but stems from like kind of what I was just telling you. But it is, I think it was a big misunderstanding, to be quite honest with you. But I don't have time either. See, I just found myself in another very complicated fucking situation because I've known this person for 5 years. I'm just like, why does this fucking keep happening to me? And it's not a bad thing. Me and him have never been in a relationship or anything. But then I'm thinking to myself, like, why now? Want to get to know each other? Like, so there's so much shit going through my head that just doesn't even like make sense. It's so crazy. Imagine somebody coming into your life and actually fucking being authentic. I just feel like for me, that's like a best friend thing. You know what I mean? Like, we have our girlfriends for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's how many karmic situations, how many things I've been in, and people can be intimidated by me. And it's like, it's not me being a hard ass, it's not me being a bitch. It's just me knowing better and just evolving throughout my life. And just, I don't even know how to fucking explain it. It's frustrating. It's not like I don't know how to not have a relationship. It's just, I just have fucking morals, guys. I have standards. I have morals at the end of the day, you know? So I'm not going to like beat around the fucking bush with shit. And then if you're too straightforward, some people can't handle too straightforward. And I'm thinking to myself, Spirit, why do you keep putting me in fucking situations where it's like, I'm done teaching men that come into my life how to live or who to be. Like, I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that. Done. I just want somebody to come in, or I'll be single. I'm fine with that too. But I feel like that's unrealistic for me to say, because everybody, soulmate or not, you come into life with, there's karma. Can you work through it? You know? So I really think we'll all get what we want in the end. I mean, there's no question, but I think if you're dealing with somebody, it's let me say, I don't know for you guys, but for me it's fucking hard because it's like they have the advantage of watching me and getting to know me, and that's a lot for me to like. I don't mind, I'll still be me. But think about it. It's like somebody always has like the upper hand on me with that or something, and it hasn't always that tool hasn't always been used the proper way. See what I'm saying? So for like in you guys' case, I don't know. But for me, I find myself in that situation where it's like becoming a reality to me where somebody can get to know me, but I don't get to know you like that. I mean, yeah, over time, right? But oh my fucking, I gotta pee again. And then we're gonna do this. We're still gonna get to the naked truth, even though I think we've been talking about the naked truth. But that's actually hard for me. So when that incident last night is kind of like there's so much more that I'm not saying, but I don't feel like I have to say because then it's like explaining why I got that way, but I don't feel like I need to explain that either unless somebody actually wants to have a conversation for me to explain. I'm over it. I'm just like I don't got time. It's just I don't know. I don't even know what to think or how to interpret something. It's just like no, you fucking nope, not going down this fucking road again. So I don't know. I had to pee again. So I'm finding myself in the I don't know. I don't know category. It went from real good to real like something real fucking quick. And it's like, it's shit that needs to be acknowledged though. Right. But it's like, is it even worth my time and my energy to even acknowledge something? But you would if it was somebody else. Right. But it's like, I just feel like shit's repeating itself, but it's not repeating itself. But I think because we've known each other for 5 years, it feels like a repeat. But with me and him, it's not even a repeat. And this is a friendship thing, guys. You know what I mean? But it's I don't even. So I don't know what is coming our fucking way. And I think it's how we're interpreting. I think we kind of do have to be careful on our end with certain things because I think to where we're at in life, I don't know how I could really compare it to like other people because that would be wrong. But like, I don't know. Guess we'll have to. I gotta pee. Guess we'll just have to fucking wait and see. You know what I mean? I just feel like if you're honest from the start, absolutely, you can't really go wrong. But then I'm just like at the point where I'm like, I didn't even feel the need to explain myself because then I actually feel like I'm going into a pattern where I'm explaining myself why that just happened. But like I said, it's two different things. Like this time around is more like explaining so there's a mutual understanding on why that just happened. Where the other aspect of it would be I'm now explaining because it's an old habit, but I don't even know why I'm explaining. I think we're going to find ourselves in that type of situation where it feels so similar, but it's actually different. I don't know how to work through that yet. And I know that was like a weird interpretation right there. But I feel like you got what I was saying, even though it was so fucking similar. Because even it was like, okay, so do I explain this so somebody knows why something just happened? Or am I going to explain this because it's an old habit? Or am I going to explain this? Or am I not going to explain it because I feel like if I do explain it, I'm just wasting my energy. And I just did that for 2 years and I don't want to do it again. So I just gave you 3 prime examples. But it feels the same, but it's actually very different. Fuck, right? Like, what the fuck? So it's almost like we're getting tested, but it doesn't even fucking make sense. Oh, I'm so glad you guys understand that. How do you feel about it? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It's so a lot. It's such a lot, right? It's like, oh my God, no, forget it. I just need a fucking vacation. You know what's weird? You guys know me and my bathroom thoughts when I'm on YouTube. So I have this new soap. It's lemon something. And I bought, look it. It's new. They're the same ones, but they're new. And now I don't have holes going up my ass crack. So fucking exciting. Whoop, whoop. I found them. And I know I found them a couple years ago, but I didn't purchase them a couple years ago. But you notice my other pair was a little darker, but they're the same type of fabric. So I'm like, yes. But bathroom thought. That's a bathroom thought. I said lemon collie. Now collie is like, that can be interpreted different ways. Like kids can be like that whole collie thing. Jade had it. No, that's colic. So I'm interpreting it differently. But then collie, like, what is it? Melancholy? But I was thinking lemon collie. Is that kind of like depressive? Or like just down? What's the definition of melancholy? But I called it lemon collie. So I don't know if we're talking about a flower. Feeling sadness. Feeling melancholy, as if I was just going to say menopause. Feeling of melancholy is sad. She felt a little melancholy. Which is true. Something that was said last night was actually hurtful to me. See, this is where I think like, this is where us feminine are not knowing how to interpret something or when to explain something. And I think it's just because we need to clear our energy of the karmic situation we just all found ourselves in. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it did kind of like, not to the point where I wanted to cry over it by any means, but like it was kind of hurtful. And I don't think their intentions on what they said would have been interpreted that way by any means. So, interacting awkwardly. That's the definition you got. My schedule just came up for next week. I don't even fucking want to look at it when my brother comes in. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna be like, fuck you, I quit. Melancholy. But the only time I kind of was like, all right, so I maybe felt like a little sad. And I wasn't sad. I was just like, it was hurtful, and it wasn't supposed to, like, that's not what that person was projecting. So I think we're all in a tough transition here. And everybody comes into people's lives for a reason. So I'm just going to have to push through it. Definition of melancholy. I mean, that could be a flower. Experience or showing sorrow. No, it's pulling in melancholy again, as if there's no melancholy. But it could be sober, cheerless, depressing, uncheerful. I don't think gloom, inadequacy. See, I don't think it's like that. I think maybe just feeling a little down, you know. So maybe you should, ladies, put some makeup on. Or is it records? So music. So, or it could be something with lemon, because I know. What's the scent of lemon do for your, not pheromones, it's I said that all wrong. Lemon, not even for your body. It's like, I'm thinking like with the, not, I'm thinking infused, but like essential oils. Why would you wear lemon scented essential oil? It could be something like that. Lemon essential oil, diluted, applied to your skin as well. What does it do? It fights exhaustion, helps with depression, clears. This makes sense. Okay. Helps with depression, clears your skin, kills harmful viruses, bacteria, reduces inflammation, but helps depression. I wouldn't say I'm depressed by any means, but some of us can go in and out of fucking depressions, but it can have to do with that melancholy feeling. So maybe that's why, because I said lemon-colly. So maybe some of you, like I have essential oils. I don't think I have lemon. I will tell you, do not wear lemon essential oils if you're pregnant or nursing or on certain prescription drugs. Wow. But amazed, new studies, rats, mice, that's sad. But the scent of lemon with essential oil can reduce anxiety and relieving certain effects. You know, like with lavender and certain stuff. So apparently, I have a lot of essential oils. One of my favorites, where are they? One of my favorites is more the citrus one. It's more like wakes me up. Wake me up before you go. Which is probably another message for you guys with that ritual that came in the other day. I don't think I have lemon. The one I like a lot is Girl, put your record on. I think there's one called something like the Robber that I like a lot. I'm not crazy about the lavender. I know people like lavender. Rosemary, Robbers. This Robbers smells really good. I don't remember why. That's like cinnamon. That just reminded me of a fucking fireball. I don't even think I could rock that. feel like I've been taking shot. Oh, eucalyptus. Oh my God. Remember I used to tell you I love the smell of matches and Vicks Vapor Rub. I'm surprised I was never a huffer. Oh my God. It reminds me back in the day when I used to sniff the shake magic markers, like the shake ones, like the real magic markers. My dad would be like, fucking stop. I know, I'm dead serious. I used to put Vicks on me. I used to sit here with Vicks like this. And Danny would look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't stop sniffing it. It's addictive. But it's not getting me high. I mean, the magic marker probably would have got me high. I knew not to fucking sniff that for too long. But this brings me back to, once again, reminiscing. I love eucalyptus. But that's not the one I was getting at. Breathe. I don't remember what that smells like. Peppermint. I like peppermint too. The citrus one is the one. Cedarwood, not that. Tea tree. I use tea tree oil for a lot of things. Mostly cuts, though. All right, I got 3 left. Which one is it? It's not the frankincense. And then that one's stress relief. Muscle relaxer. Muscle relief. All right. Well, apparently I don't have lemon. I don't even know where my citrus is because apparently I used it a lot. I think I liked the robber. I forget what that one is. So I do think you guys should do lemon essential oil. Robbers. Well, that one reminds me of Fireball too. Just the one I just opened. I was like, reminds me of Fireball. I can't even tell now because I just inhaled fucking eucalyptus. Anywho, okay. Whew, what the fuck is that? Frankincense? I don't know. Is that licoricey? You know what I do? I do have certain stones where I'll take this and I'll do a dab on one of my rocks on one of my stones. So, like, if you don't have like an infuser, like I think what the infuser sometimes is too strong. So, me personally, I would just do a dab for and put it on a stone. I don't know if this is licoricey. There's something I'm being pulled to about the frankincense. Why would somebody wear frankincense essential oil? Reduce feelings of anxiety, stimulate the immune system, and diminishing signs of aging. Frankincense essential oil to be added to diffuser, vaporizer, sedative. It's earthly fragrance, enhances mood and combat stress and anxiety. It strengthens both intuition and spiritual connection. Yeah, because this one, it really did just kind of like open me up. Like, what is that? So I'm going to put this on a stone for us because I think just in general, it's a good overall smell. But I want to say, ladies and gents, I would definitely do the lemon. I'm like, oh, I have so many different stones. I'm like, which one do I want to put it on? That's a good one. I found one. I'm like, there's so many days till camping. I love camping. And Ash is like, Court. This is like a week ago. There's 20 something days until you can collect some new rocks. I was like, yes. It's like the kid comes out in me. It's like, yeah. What, just don't drip. You're gonna drip. All right. If you're gonna drip on that. Oh, I just got it on my fingers. All right, guys. Take it in. Take it in. Okay. I'm gonna wrap this up in a minute. Take like a 5-minute break. Clear the energy, and then come back to the Naked Truth Tarot. We've been talking 2.5 hours. Guys, we're just talkers. We're just talkers. This is opening my third eye. A lot of scents will open my third eye, though. A lot of fragrances. Can burn. No, I'm okay with essential oils like that. I'll be fine. Probably happened for a reason. Spirit just like douched my fingers with frankincense. And then I'm going to be working with my deck, so maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, we are talkers. We are talkers. It's funny. Somebody commented last week. It must have been like a new subscriber or somebody. It's like, I don't even understand how anybody has time to even write like rude things. It's just so mind-blowing that it's, I'm going with that. It's just like mind-blowing. Like, but she was like, all you do is talk. I remember in the very beginning when I started YouTube, people were like, all she does is like talk and blah, blah, why don't you just read and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, why do you find the time? Like, why in your brain, what triggers your brain to get frustrated with me talking to friends? Like, so that just tells me people come on just for answers. So if they get sent to me and they write something like that, I'm telling you, Spirit's got something up their sleeve for those ones. Like, who even does that? Obviously, you're drawn to me for a reason, right? And then it's like they just dig their own graves. And I always said it's funny, like the show, right? I feel like we're more of like a talk show. We're more like a talk show. And then there's other times I can interact and I'm dead fucking serious, but there's a time and place for everything. How could I not come on and be who I am and have these conversations and discussions if I came on YouTube to think like, there's no way I'm anyone that thinks like this. Like, there's no way I could come on YouTube and then not explain certain things so you guys are aware, like, it's okay that we think this way, and not everyone's going to be able to relate to how we to think, and I do feel like you guys are going to come across somebody who though thinks what you do is like interesting, and like more than interesting. I think they're actually attracted to it. That was a quick spirit. Did you see that? So I do. I think the next person that comes into your life, like friend, work, something, makeup's done. Friend, work, whatever it is, it's like it's more inspirational. It's more, I don't know the word I'm looking for, what they're trying to tell me. Something with the throat chakra, because my throat chakra is being activated, and I don't think it's the frankincense. You're welcome. I motivate you, you motivate me. There's so many times without us having conversations like this, I wouldn't really be able to understand in my own head what something means. Because, and I've said this to you before, like it's when I have these conversations with you too, like sometimes like, all right, then I really kind of understand like where it's going or where I'm at or certain, you know what I mean? And it's like, which is kind of like, if we're all connected, it's like an internal thing. It's like a soul. Hi. It's like a soul thing. So it's like understanding where we're all at. And I got no problem putting myself out there. I know some people like in my like off and on, but those are the ones that really don't understand. Like people who know me, like Marsh and Ash and other like friends, like they know for sure, like, oh, that's Courtney all damn day, right? But for other ones that don't really know me, they might be like, huh? Or like, I don't know, I can't even explain it. Like I just got lost talking about it. So I think that the whoever's coming in, a friend, um, kind of understands you, but doesn't understand. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. I just said, girl, put your makeup on. I'm just fucking leaving it at that. Just leaving it at that. All I hear is that bird. Choo, choo. They're like calling each other. But it's the number of the chews. And it's not even a chew, it's a chirp. So I don't know if I can catch it. That was only 3. That was 4. That was 5. We're gonna get a 6. That was 4. All right. I think someone's trying to figure you out right now. All the little girls on Jaybird Street like to hear the robins go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. I think somebody's trying to figure you out. But it's just to me, it's like that can be interpreted though in a different way. Like it's all right for somebody to try to figure somebody out, but then my brain wanted to take me to like, who gives a fuck if somebody's trying to figure you out? So I think we're going to be caught in a state of, I wouldn't say confusion. I almost wanted to say state of affairs. And I feel like if I ask for that definition, state of affairs, it's going to be more political. Yeah, see. General situation or circumstances connected with someone. Yeah, so this is okay. This is how somebody's trying to figure you out, but it's like, all right, so German situation, the way of actual world must be in order for somebody to give a proposition about the actual world, true, the world's affairs, a truth maker, a truth barrier. But that's like philosophy. Situation, person, place, progress at a particular time. This is what's getting. Someone's trying to figure you out. I don't know if it's somebody new. I'm feeling your energy. I'm feeling their energy. I'm feeling my energy. It's. I don't know if it leaves somebody in the state of confusion, but it's like, why try to figure somebody out? But I don't think it's meant to be meant or interpreted in a bad way. Maybe it's like somebody really just kind of wants to get to know you, so maybe they know how more to like interact with you. But see, my brain just takes me to like the more time you spend with somebody or you're just authentic, like you're able to have conversations, like certain stuff. I don't feel like you need to sit back and concentrate on, does someone like me? Do they not like me for who I am? See, this is going in so many different directions, and now my throat chakra is going on. So it's almost like somebody wants to communicate with you or have a conversation with you regarding a situation. I don't know if they're wondering, is it worth the conversation? Will they have a conversation? Which is strange because I feel like this is a current situation, but it reminds me of the current past just playing out again. So this could be extremely frustrating for you guys. I don't know, trying to figure out where they stand with you. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Like with the chirps, how many days do I wait before I like call and say something? Or like, but it's like, why are we getting into patterns like that again? But who am I to say that? Because I just did the same thing last night. See, that's where we need to learn to like draw the line and not overthink or not do that or not do this. And I think that's going to be hard to do because it's just natural, but it's just because it's natural, it doesn't mean that's the right approach. And that's crazy to say. Just because it's natural, it doesn't mean it's the right approach. How crazy does that fucking sound to even say? That sounds so fucking ass backwards. Time and place for everything. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I do feel like somebody's wondering if they could communicate with you. And it feels like the past, but it feels like the current situation, but it's resembling the current past in this particular situation. And I know I just had a whole conversation with you about that, how that just felt like me. So this is almost like almost every category. This is tough because I think even if you were to listen to readers right now, you wouldn't know if they were talking about your current past or yesterday or today. That's Neptune for you. That's Pluto for you. So I would try not to overthink it. Like that's even confusing in my own brain to even say out loud because there is something like that happening. Especially if you've known this person, especially if it's just a friend and it's like thinking, oh, same old person, and it's like, especially if it's been years, you're not looking at the same fucking person. But I remember just bouncing back into something as if I was the same person. And therefore what I did was wrong. Dude, I just called you guys dude. I'm telling you, this is like a fucking shit show right now for me. And instead of like seeing something through, I almost just want to be like, fuck it. No, no, like I'm not like, but that stems from feel like I'm having the same conversation with somebody from my past. And I've talked about this conversation so many times, and then to have the same conversation with somebody new, but they're going to actually interpret that differently compared to how the other person would interpret it. That's the crazy thing about this situation. I don't know if this is like a deja vu situation. You got something coming in that's like, oh shit, these solar flares. Yeah, yeah. Oh man. I just want to like close my eyes and sleep for a week. I just want to hibernate for a week. Holy shit. And this could just be a friend. Oh my gosh. It's a lot. You're going to be like, why bother? Why bother? But be careful because you don't want to project the same energy from your past experience. I'm not saying that you're not ready for it. Everybody comes in when they're supposed to come in. When somebody says to me it's bad timing or the timing's off, that's just an excuse. I take it personally. And I've said this to you for fucking years. Everybody comes into your life exactly when they're supposed to come into your life. If you're talking, it's supposed to be right then. When you start using time for an excuse or for an answer or any type of communication, that's just somebody that just doesn't want to confront a situation. That's all that is. It reminds me of narcissistic energy. It's just somebody who doesn't want to take accountability for something they said, or it's just something they don't want to talk about because it makes them uncomfortable, or they're in their ego. And it's like, who got time for that fucking shit? It's just, I take that word personally. I think we should, because a time and a place, divine timing is here and now. Divine timing is in the future. It's a lot of things. But when somebody comes into your life, when they come into your life, that is never bad timing. If the two of you look at it as bad timing, then the two of you are just not ready to take accountability for something. Which usually boils down to just not wanting to confront a situation or talk about it because the last time you talked about it with somebody, it didn't go so well. It's always going to stem from something. I just think it's a lousy fucking excuse when somebody throws time into a fucking conversation. It makes me want to strangle that person. No, it's just bad timing. Right person, wrong time. Like, do people realize when they use that expression how stupid they must sound to like some people? Because they take that saying for granted. That's just a saying that came from society. It's like so frustrating. Like I just like sometimes I'm like, do you realize, like, not current situations, but past situations, like, do you realize how foolish that fucking sounds when you actually say that? Right person, wrong time. Why do people think that's okay to say that? Oh, I just truly think it's bad timing. What? Because you don't want to put aside what you want to say? You don't want to address what you really want to say? You just want to say it's bad timing? Don't fucking get me going on this time shit. I've been saying that to you guys for 4 fucking years now. Right person, wrong time. Somebody ever like said that to me, or like, it's such a turnoff. I can't see a future with you. I can't, like, it's just like that person can sit with their own fucking feelings. I'm not going to interpret anything that has the word fucking time in it anymore, because it will be interpreted in a very shitty way for me, in a very personal way. The only thing that's bad timing is you're on the way to work and you have a flat tire. That's bad timing. But you know what? Maybe, or being behind a bus. But you know what? Maybe you should have left the house a little fucking earlier. Maybe you had a flat tire because Spirit saved you from a massive automobile accident. And I don't even use the word automobile accident. So see what I'm saying? Like, there's not a thing as fucking bad timing. Maybe Spirit's saving your ass from a 4-way intersection and all the lights fucking go out at the same time. And you all fucking, you see what I'm saying? Stop using time as a fucking excuse. If you don't have time to go to that event because you're busy, That's different. But don't come at somebody and be like, oh, I don't have the time. It sounds rude. It's going to be taken personal. Want to know why? Because if that person means something to you, you're going to take the time out of your fucking calendar. You're going to take the fucking hour. You're going to take the 10 minutes to understand somebody so it doesn't get misinterpreted. Don't fucking come at me with that word time. That's your own fucking lack. Don't project that shit onto me. And go fuck yourself and whoever else you're fucking. You take them down that fucking rabbit hole with your fucking ass. I fucking. I'm so glad my children don't use that word. I'm so glad my children don't use that fucking word. No, bad timing. They're like, oh my God, I'd rip them a new fucking asshole. Bad timing. What does that person mean to you? What do you mean by bad timing? They'd be like, okay, okay, Mom. Well, what do we need to talk about? And it's not me being an asshole. It's fucking facts. You live one fucking life, people. One life. Live your fucking life. You want to use societal terms. You want to use that shit and get swept away. I'm going to step the fuck out of this conversation. You know where this can go. There's so many expressions with the word time in it that blow my fucking mind. Who came up with these? I almost want to say ideologies, but like I'm just gonna. The only thing I can interpret right now is bad time and say you're at school in the middle of a fucking exam and you get a phone call and it's somebody you want to talk to or something, or it's an emergency and it's like bad timing. But like obviously in the middle of exam, you're not gonna like write back, I'll call you. Like you would want to say, I'll call you back, I'm in the middle of something important, right? But like that was a weird terminology to even give you guys. And I'm using terminology when it's like, that's not even the word. And I want to say analogy, but that's not a fucking word. And I use this word all the time. And right now I want to say algorithm. So I don't know where all this is coming from, because realistically, if you're in an exam and you don't have your fucking phone on. So I don't know if you're in an unrealistic situation. Again, going back to time, it's very unrealistic. Analogy, right? Oh my gosh, it doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth right now. And I almost want to be like, I don't have time for that. And I want to justify that little quotation that I don't fucking have time for that. That's like the only thing I can justify with the word timing, is when you're wasting my energy over stupid shit like this. I don't got time for that. And it's not, for me, it's not even time. Like for me, when I say it like that, I'm equating the word time to energy. I don't have energy for that. I'm done giving my energy away. We're either gonna fucking get real or we're not. I think for some of you guys, what's coming in is gonna happen quick. It's solid, and it's gonna be like one of those things that's like, this is happening so quick. Like I really think like you guys might even jump into commitment and like lock it down. Like you might just, and it's like it happens so quick, but it might actually be a really good thing for you. I ain't shitting you. Spend a lot of time with this friend, or actually get into a relationship to get to know each other, and you don't want anybody else on the fucking outskirts and you just want to lock it in. You know what I mean? So, you know, so this person knows that they're serious. Like there is something coming at you like that, where I think it's something you kind of wanted anyway, but it happened so quick that you don't realize it's happening. I feel like it's something you're just going to agree to because it's something about your morals and your values. But I think it's going to happen like right under your nose. I don't even know how to explain it. And I think the way it goes down is the way it's supposed to go down, where it happens so quick, you don't have time to overthink it. You just put the right energy into a situation. And that's actually positive. So that's like just channeling messages for you guys in between the yap. You know what I mean? Which is so ironic because it's like I just bought these new decks and I don't need the decks, and I really need to start doing this with you guys more, because this is where we really put things into like perspective. Because I think something like that might actually go down that way. But I think here and now, like right this second and minute as we're talking, like right now in this particular time, it's almost like repeating. It feels like the past is being repeated. It feels like I don't. But it's like you don't have time for games. Somebody might try to fill you out for a few weeks, but it's like don't got energy for that either. Stepping into, like, I don't know if you're dealing with somebody that's got a lot to fucking say about something, but doesn't really want to say something because it might sound fucking crazy to say something out loud. But if they're dealing with a spiritual person, it's not going to sound fucking nuts. It's so overwhelming because, like, in my eyes, it's like there's no need to fucking beat around the fucking bush, you know? It might be a little like mind-blowing, but it's not something that you can't handle. And if they can't handle it, that just tells you to get the fuck out of the kitchen. You don't got energy to cook dinners for people that aren't appreciating your fucking dinners. I just pictured myself. You know what I always pictured as a kid? If you guys have ever seen The Parent Trap, the original Parent Trap with Haley Mills, the ex-wife, she's in the kitchen. She's on a stool. She got an apron on. It's probably mid-60s. And she's barefoot and her feet are dirty. And she like almost falls because he startles her and he catches her, you know, the movies. But it's actually real life too. Like someone's got your back. Like they're actually right there. They got your back, but they're not showing you that they actually have your back because they're not used to being in a relationship with somebody who's probably fucking authentic. Why do we keep finding ourselves in situations like this? So that's actually, it's probably a good thing if it goes speedy. It's probably a good thing if it actually goes speedy. Like you don't have time to be intimidated, you know, but that's exactly what I just pictured because like that's me, that's my soul right fucking there. Like I'm right there all day. Yesterday was the first day I walked outside to get the mail barefoot. I was fucking pumped. I was like, yes, I don't care about my dirty fucking feet. Like that's me all damn day. And I remember that part of the movie, and it's not because she fell into his arms. And I'm a romantic, right? But it's not because of that. It was so fucking wholesome. I felt that at the age of 8. I felt that authenticity at a very young age of like, that's the way I want to live my life. And I was fucking 8. Says a lot. Oh, I don't even snap my neck. I feel like I can't even. Ooh. Anywho, we can leave it at that. Let me take like a 5-10 minute break and then we'll come on and and do the naked truth. But in all reality, this video is the naked truth. This is the naked heart. But the truth does come from your soul. So I think I'm going to switch this up to the naked truth and then switch this up, obviously, to the naked heart, because that way they can kind of see an unveiling of the tarot cards, and then I'll do a reading. But I feel like, to be honest with you, the naked truth and the naked heart is the same fucking thing. Will you come into life? Will somebody now come into your path that is ready to bear their soul? I fucking hope so. I know it's probably going to be intimidating, but I've been saying that for a long time. Like, when somebody asks what do I want out of a relationship, and I know it sounds crazy, but in all reality, I want your soul. That's what I want. I want your soul. And it's not like you're selling your soul, right? I just feel like some people in life are just so unrealistic, and I think it's scary to them. You know, like when I say I want the golden ticket, I want it all. That's not money. I want it all because I deserve to have it all. And I want to be with somebody who feels the same way, that they deserve to have it all. They deserve to have the golden ticket too. They deserve for me to bare my soul to that person, to have vulnerable experiences and to share that shit. They deserve that just as much as I deserve that. And I'm not going to fucking settle until somebody comes into my fucking life and is ready to share that type of connection with me. And it doesn't like, but again, it's probably my placements, guys. I love intense, deep situations. If I can't have that depth with somebody, that's like somebody who's unintelligent. It's just, and it's not a blow to somebody. That's just where I need to be when it comes to emotional relationships or emotional factors for me. Like, I need to be able to bare my soul. I need to be able to, like, whether I feel embarrassed or I have moments like this, like, it will all come into play, like, somehow, like, that right person would never make you feel that way, right? But like, if I can't have the depth in a relationship, I'm not going to have interest in the situation. And that person doesn't have to understand what that means, because if it's the right person, that depth is already going to be there. But there's so many people that come along and they try to understand who you are and how to be this person for you. And it's like, if you guys are meant to be and your souls connect, you don't have to try to decipher who you should be with me, because you don't have to. It's already there. Fucking society, man. I need depth. If I don't have depth, I just don't stay interested. And I don't even know how to explain depth. It's just there. The passion, the intensity, the depth. It's deep. It's there. So I hope that's who's coming into our lives, and I hope it's not a shit show for us to get there again. I hope there's somebody vulnerable enough to come into our lives, and we have to be vulnerable enough with them as well. And I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge from everybody's past experiences, but boo-hoo, we're going to have to fucking get over it and make the best of it. And if it doesn't work out, then, you know, go your own way. Go your own way. Don't, you know, if you feel uncomfortable, this and that, I guess I'm trying to say, like, don't try to dismiss that either, because there is probably going to be moments of that until you guys maybe figure each other out. I don't know, but I feel like the connection or the relationship that's coming in, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's a new lover, whether it's a business partner, like whomever that person is, just don't stray away from yourself. Because I think the two of you are probably pretty humble, authentic people, but you You really don't know each other. Even if you guys have a past, you really don't know each other. You've just always vibed. And if you always vibed with somebody, for someone from your past, you know that you've never just really been in a relationship with or never really thought about it like that. You already have that vibe. So try not to like overthink it. I don't know. I know this, I'm relaying what spirit's relaying, but like I know what it's saying, but it's going to go down differently for everybody. And I know sometimes people want to hold back, you know, it makes them feel like there's one thing to hold back and have like your wall up, but then there's another thing to hold back and play hard to get. But I'm pretty sure you know how to decipher that type of shit. Because if you're dealing with somebody that, you know, but some people want to hold back because they got feelings for you and it's like scared. Do I want to fall in love? Do I not? But like realistically, how do you not? How do you not want one? How do you not want that one natural, organic fucking relationship that just fucking meshes? Like I've said this plenty of times. I know I'll be meshing my family, the next person I'm with. I know they have children. I've known that for a long time. I knew that before I married Danny, and I still fucking married Danny. People might think you're nuts. Who fucking cares? So the next few weeks or the month of May or whatever, it might be a little topsy-turvy. I don't know. Hopefully you all like manage to talk about it if it's meant to be talked about, or I don't know. I mean, what if you really like somebody and it's like, oh, I want to do this, but then it's like not really wanting to say that because it's a fine line, but that fine line shouldn't be there. I don't know. I really don't know how this next person's coming in. I just know you should probably try to reciprocate. And I say that because I find myself in situations where I'm like, oh, I always wanted a relationship where there's reciprocity and synergy. But then it's like, if something comes at you, you know, we all have these thoughts, but then it's like, we don't want to overthink. We don't want to get excited. But then it's like, of course you want to get excited. I'm just, oh my God. I just hope somebody knows how to like, I don't think I'm that complicated of a person. Everyone always, oh my God, you're so complicated. But I really don't think I am. And I think the right person that comes along is not going to find me complicated. I hope they find me fascinating or interesting or intriguing. Last person I was with, like I don't know if they ever called me complicated. I think they said you make things complicated. It's like, no, motherfucker, I don't make things complicated. You just don't want to acknowledge shit that's complicated for you. Don't project that shit onto me. I'm not fucking complicated, guys. I'm a fucking honest, authentic person. Simplicity, serendipity, honesty, loyalty. All those values that people don't fucking have anymore. Blows my mind. So I know Spirit will bring the right person to me, whether it's a lesson or a blessing. But even if it's a lesson, it will end up being a blessing because it would teach me something, you know. I just hope I don't have to deal with another fucking child. That's all. Don't treat me like a child. I won't treat you like a child. I hope the word child doesn't even fucking come into the equation. But again, I feel like there's something that's going to kick off that's going to mimic your current past. I ain't shitting you. Which is crazy to me, because why bring a scenario in that's mimicking something that just was not good for you? So there's something there for us to pick up on too. Because I don't think that's the way it truly is. I know it's not. Girl, turn your records on. Let's just leave it at that. Girl, put your records on. It's time for you. Somebody comes in, great. I think you've been in that scenario for a while anyway, you know, but it's so easy to be like, oh, I don't want a relationship, I don't want this, you know me, and blah 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 blah, and to kind of play it off and to go into something new. But I feel like Spirit's saying, don't be that person anymore, Courtney. You know you want a commitment, but we get into our own habits without really knowing we're doing that. And in all reality, it's not what you really want. Maybe in the moment that's what you want, but you're projecting something that looks like that's all you want for the future. And in reality, you don't. You want a commitment. You want loyalty. So I do feel like we're going to be all put in a tricky fucking situation. And I don't necessarily think it's a test. It's maybe a test to your own maybe testing yourself. It's not meant for this person to test you or you to test them. A testimony to yourself. And I already found myself kind of going backwards without realizing I'm going backwards because I'm thinking about the current moment. But in the long run, and not that I was overthinking this, but now that I think about it, in the long run, if somebody actually had intentions for something more and they're not saying it, what I said could have been interpreted to like, oh, yeah, that's not going to work next. But I think if you're meant to be in each other's lives right now, it's going to fall into play anyway. I guess it's just how it goes down. Are you going to be honest about a situation? I keep picking. There's nothing for me to fucking pick, and I keep picking at shit. Like the last week when I'm on YouTube with you guys, it's driving me bananas. This shit is bananas. BANANAS. This shit is bananas. On that note, I'm going to leave it here. And I feel like I just said that 5 minutes ago. So now we're just repeating ourselves. So Spirit's really emphasizing. But again, it's who might have shut off channeled messages. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I love you guys. Bye.